Okay, so this wasn't really quite how I was expecting to do World Book Day, but with schools not reopening to most children until next week, I thought I'd have to do you a video at home instead. Now, somebody tweeted me to suggest that I did a masked reader, and not having the obvious kind of mask around, I looked to see what I could find, and there was this one and this one, but I thought I might have some copyright issues with those. Then there was my COVID mask, but that doesn't even hide my eyes, and obviously that would be a big giveaway. So I've gone for this. It's the best I could do. We'll read some excerpts of a couple of my books and see if that gives you a clue. Okay, this first book is called What Can You See? By this mouse, apparently. So I'm going to read you just some highlights, some of my favourite pages. And this is basically taking us on a tour of the world around us for nice young children, just to learn some simple words and simple rhyme. And we say, look at the table. What can you see? A fruit bowl, a cake, and a big cup of tea. Lovely drawings here. By Hannah Rounding. I'll tell you who she is because she's not wearing a mask. Look in the lounge. What can you see? A sofa, some cushions, and a big flat TV. This is a nice one. I'm sitting here looking out into my garden, and if you look in the garden, what can you see? A cat on the grass and a bird in the tree. Can you see the cat on the grass? There it is. Let's this is one that lots of children like, this one. So, look in the bathroom. What can you see? A bath and a sink and a toilet to wee. I think you can tell where we're going with this book, can't you? And let's see what else we've got. Oh, this is quite a nice one. Look in the jungle, what can you see? Chimps swimming. No, chimps swinging. Snakes climbing. And lions running free. Yes, it's probably just as well that we're not in schools, because I'd be giving all the children my cold, as you can probably hear. And this is quite a nice one as well. Look at the door, what can you see? A coat hook, a handle, and a hole for the key. And let's do one more from this book. What else shall we do from this book? Oh, this is quite a nice one. So, look at your leg, what can you see? Your toes, your foot, your ankle, your knee. So this takes us on a little simple ride. Oh, did I just show you my name? Well, maybe now is the time to reveal that the master reader is me. It's Jason Korsner, and I've also written another book, and I'm going to read you some excerpts from that one without a mask on. This is much more comfortable now. I've still got a bit of a cold, but this is for slightly older readers and enjoyers of literature. It's also using simple rhyme, but it's playing around with language. So once children have learnt their way around the world, let's have a little bit of fun. So what we do with this book, we say, the butter goes on the bread, the hat goes on your head, you go to sleep on the bed. Perfectly normal sentences. But now I'm going to shake it up a bit. And over here we have, the butter goes on your head, the hat goes on the bed, you go to sleep on the bread. And then over here, we say the butter goes on the bed, the hat goes on the bread, you go to sleep on your head. And this is quite a fun one. So this chapter we call Rabbit, and it says, you pull a rabbit from your hat, you stroke a cuddly purring cat, you wipe your feet upon the mat. You can see where we're going with this, can't you? So on the next page we say, you pull a rabbit from a cat, you stroke a cuddly purring mat, you wipe your feet upon a hat. And then over here it gets even sillier still. You pull a rabbit from the mat, you stroke a cuddly purring hat, you wipe your feet upon a cat. Yeah. But, here's a good one, you'll like this one. I'm not even sure I told you what this book is called if you didn't already know, and you're going to find out from this particular chapter, which we call Telly. At night, I like watching the telly. My foot is too big for my welly. I like to put food in my belly. So, as we mix this one up a bit, next we get, at night, I like watching my welly. My foot is too big for my belly. I like to put food on the telly. And here we have, at night, I like watching my belly. My foot is too big for the telly. I like to put food in my welly. And that is the name of this book. I like to put food in my welly. Would you have guessed that's what it was about from the title? And I'm just going to do one more for you today on World Book Day. We're going to start by saying, I like to climb an apple tree. I like to drink a cup of tea. I like to swim out in the sea. I like to climb a cup of tea. I like to drink out in the sea. I like to swim an apple tree. That's a bit weird, swimming in an apple tree. But over here, I like to climb out in the sea. I like to drink an apple tree. I like to swim in a cup of tea. Goodness me. Now these drawings are by Max Lowe. And when I first saw this one here for the first time, I was laughing out aloud. I thought it was so funny, and I knew that the book would work. When I saw how Max's drawings worked with my words, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. And we're just going to do one more for you, I think. One more bonus. A bonus is called Star. You find your way with a star. You drive to school in the car. Strawberry jam comes from a jar. And then when we go on to the next page, if I can, here we go. So the next page says, you find your way with a car. You drive to school in a jar. Strawberry jam comes from a star. And here we end by saying, you find your way with a jar. You drive to school in a star. And strawberry jam comes from a car. And this is the surreal world of I like to put food in my welly. Both of these books are published by Graphic, and they both got more pages. Whoops, they both got more pages that you can read if you go and get them. And I hope you enjoy your World Book Day today in a slightly unconventional way. I hope you have a more interesting costume or indeed mask than I've had. And I hope you enjoy my books, other books by Graphic, my publisher, and other books by anybody. There are so many lovely, really talented children's authors out there that I can recommend. My favourites include Julia Donaldson, Oliver Jeffers, Rob Biddulph, and a bit of a fan of Dr. Seuss as well. So those are the kind of people that I like to read to my children, and perhaps I like to think have influenced some of my books as well. But for now, goodbye.